Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's a little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school,
juniors,
champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke, and it's game number 2 for the girls today. Junior varsity took it on the chin earlier in a lopsided 52-11 loss, and that brings us into our varsity contest between Collinsville and the Panthers of O'Fallon High School. Welcome once again as we welcome you into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations, and you might need to know where they're located. That would be 517 West Clay Street. And, of course, tomorrow is the big day there, fellas. Valentine's Day, and if you have not made your plans already, well, I suggest you hurry up because the weather or time is not on your side right now. If you would like more information, you can call Cullip Jennings Florist, 344-0404, or online, cullipjennings.com. K-Hawks come into this contest with a record of 0-3. They are looking for their first win for their first-year head coach, Colin Moore, and things have not gone that great for the Lady K-Hawks, 52-44. They dropped the season opener here on this floor to Alton, then a couple of road trips that they lost as well, 66-35 against Belleville West, and then the most recent loss was the 53-41 loss that we had for you Thursday night from East St. Louis. For the for the O'Fallon Panthers, they come in with a record of 1-0. That's right, they only played one game. Their first one was Thursday, and they beat Alton 71-44. They had a game earlier that was canceled against Edwardsville, so that's why they only have the one game under their belt. And the O'Fallon Lady Panthers probably come in as the perennial favorites to take the Southwestern Conference Championship, as they are a very, very good team. Collinsville has been outscored 171-120 in their 3 losses, and we told you Alton's only game so far was a 71-44 victory, so Alton in one game almost has as many points as Collinsville does in 3 games. So Collinsville will have their work cut out for them, that is for sure. We will take our first break here on the Cullip Jennings Flores pregame show. When we come back, I'll have more information to pass along to you, names, numbers, and all that coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Flores, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Flores has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Flores is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Flores is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Flores, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the area. And the food, all created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials, including patio service and curbside pickup. Get yourself a bottle or a growler to go, or dine on their patio where you can hear live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Don't forget about Old Herald's open mic night the second and last Tuesday of every month. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or call 855-8027.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com, that's HIBid.com, to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Cullip Jennings Flores, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Flores has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Flores is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Flores is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Flores, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke, back into the Cullip Jennings Forest pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Let's take a deeper dive into the game before us against O'Fallon and Collinsville. Well, as I mentioned, O'Fallon has only had the one game under their belt, and that was the 71-44 win Thursday night against Alton. That was at Alton, and Amelia Bell for O'Fallon put on quite the show. She had 26 points in that game. She was the only one that scored in double digits for her team, and 26 points is pretty good for one game. She also led her team in rebounds. She was the only one in double-digit rebounds as well. So Amelia Bell with 17 rebounds and 26 points had herself a night to remember there at Alton with a little double-double action going on. Collinsville is being led in points by Jenna Scheller. She has 50 points. It has taken her 3 games to get that far. Scheller also leads Collinsville in rebounds with 22 points. Collinsville, if you're looking at the scores by quarter, the first and the third quarter have really been tough for them. Collinsville has been outscored by their opponents 44-20 in the first quarter and 39-24 in the the third quarter. Second and fourth, they're not doing too bad. Actually, Collinsville is outscoring their opponents in the second quarter, 47-42, and they're not that far off the mark in the fourth quarter, having been outscored just by 7, 46-39. So a very wide disparity in quarters there for Collinsville. Field goal percentage thus far in the year, just 28.9 from the floor for the Collinsville Kahawks, and their three-point shooting is almost non-existent at 10%. They have hit 4 out of 40 three-point shots this year, and their free throw percentage is climbing as they are now 23 of 37. Kahawks are averaging 31.3 rebounds per game. They have pulled down 94 boards in their first 3 games, but turnovers is a big problem. In the first 3 games, Collinsville has turned the ball over 63 times. That's an average of 21 turnovers per game. So the turnover bug has been biting the JV team, and in kind of the same fashion, it's also been a little pain in the butt for the varsity girls as well. So we'll see if they can change their fortunes tonight. But again, up against a tough opponent in the O'Fallon Lady Panthers, and O'Fallon always seems to have a little special extra gear for Collinsville games, it seems like lately, especially when you're talking about girls basketball, as these two teams have met quite a lot over the handful of years. And we'll dive a little bit deeper into the history between these two teams in just a little bit. First of all, let's get you caught up on what's going on for the day. Freshman boys, they won this morning at O'Fallon, 45-43, in quite the thrilling game from what I heard. As you may have just watched, the JV girls lost big here just a little while ago, 42-11. They are now 2-2 on the season, are the junior varsity girls. And the JV boys, they remain perfect. They won out in O'Fallon just a little while ago, 53-47, so they are 4-0 on the year. The varsity boys, they are getting ready to swing into action if they're not already in action in O'Fallon, and the boys are 1-2 on the year, and Coach Darren Lee stuck on 199 wins as a Kahawk thus far, so we're looking forward to him getting that number 200 out of the way and then moving on from there. So we'll try to keep you updated on what's going on with the boys while we take care of this girls game here this afternoon. Final break in the Kahok Jennings Flores pregame show coming your way next. When we come back, we'll pass the starting lineups to you, and that'll be in just mere moments here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Kahok Jennings Flores, a Collinsville original since 1939. Kahok Jennings Flores has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Kahok Jennings Flores is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Kahok Jennings Flores is there for any life's major moments. Kahok Jennings Flores, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at kahokjennings.com.
First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo at 345-1121, or visit them with their new locations in Collinsville and Maryville, or online at fnbwaterloo.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahawks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here in Collinsville. Todd Duke along with you. And here are your starters. We'll begin with the O'Fallon Lady Panthers. Avery Christopher on the floor. Aubrey Mister out there as well. Shannon Dowell, Tiana Lovelace, and the aforementioned Amelia Bell. For Collinsville, they'll start off with a 5'4" freshman, Ella Guerrero, and then you throw in a senior, the 5'10" Astasia Bush. Sprinkle in a little sophomore, the 5'7" Jordan Gary, and then we'll add another senior in there, the 5'8" Riley Doyle, and then the sophomore, 6'2" Jenna Scheller. We'll round out the starters for both of these clubs. We're just about ready to go. The O'Fallon Lady Panthers are in their road gold uniforms. They have the dark navy blue numbers on the front and the back, and the word Panthers written across the fronts of their jerseys. Collinsville in the home whites. Got a little purple on the shoulders. Numbers are in purple on the front and the backs of the jerseys, and the word Kahawks written across their jerseys on the front. We are underway here in this first half, and here come the O'Fallon Panthers right off the bat, and there's a ball on the ground, and it is last touched by who? Okay, Collinsville. Inbound pass comes in, and it finds Amelia Bell. Bell, she'll take it baseline and then ditch right around Jenna Scheller, put up a shot, won't get it to fall. The rebound belongs to O'Fallon, and they'll reset their offense. Here is Dowell. She takes a shot, can't get it to fall, and there is Astasia Bush with the rebound. Throws it up to Jordan Gary, who throws it up to Ella Guerrero, and Guerrero can't sink the shot, but there's Jordan Gary with the rebound. Jordan Gary gets it back to Guerrero, who gets it to Bush. Over on this side for Riley Doyle, who got a couple of key three-pointers in that game against East St. Louis. Here's Jenna Scheller, and Collinsville is on the board first. Kahawks lead 2-0. Fallon with the ball once again. They'll just give and go around for a little while on the outside perimeter. Here is Bell. Bell hands the ball to Dowell, and then she's ran into by Astasia Bush. So Bush will pick up her first foul.
First team foul.
Lauren Lee, right? All right, just make sure you keep the camera up a little bit so I can see the basket. Otherwise, just go back and forth. Thank We are just underway, just under a minute gone here in this first quarter, and that's a charging foul that's going to go against Amelia Bell as she lost the ball.
Panthers foul number 25.
So each team now with one foul. Collinsville leads 2-0. We're just underway here in this first quarter. Kahawks looking for their first win for their first-year coach, Colin Moore. Now Robbie Doyle brings it up across the timeline. Doyle backs up toward the scorer's table, and then a pass over here to Jordan Gary. Gary brings it from the left wing over to the right wing, gives to Guerrero. Guerrero surveys things, brings it back out toward the top of the key. 6.5 to go here in this opening quarter. Over to Astasia Bush. Cross-court pass for Doyle. Doyle at the top of the key over onto the right wing for Guerrero. Oh, Guerrero, she telegraphed that pass to Jordan Gary, and that was picked off by Mister. And Mister comes in, and she'll snake it off the glass for 2, and we are tied at 2. Here's Gary. Gary takes it over to the right wing, gives to Bush. Underneath for Jenna Scheller. She has a hard time holding on to it, finds it though, turns around, takes the shot, can't get it to go off the glass, and the rebound belongs to Aubrey Mister, and Mister brings it up with a headlong pass, and it's too hot to handle for Tanya Lovelace, and the ball will go out of bounds. That's the first turnover of the game. Former Lady Kahawk Lauren Lee on the camera, everyone. You'll do fine, dear. Here is Astasia Bush. Bush throws it up the way and throws it away. So back-to-back turnovers, first ones for either team. Sometimes I forget to pull down my mask as I'm getting ready to take a drink. Inbound pass will be coming in from Aubrey Mister into the backcourt for Avery Christopher. And knocked out of bounds by Jordan Gary. So we'll do it all over again. Inbound pass finds Shannon Dowell. Dowell over to Christopher. Christopher brings the ball up across the timeline. Back to Dowell. Dowell thought about that corner, but instead gives it up to Lovelace. Now back over here on this wing for Christopher. Bounce pass into Bell. Kicked back out, and then Bell gets it back, tries to drive baseline, pushes herself into Astasia Bush, and ends up fighting for it and getting the basket. And Bush will pick up her second foul. And she really didn't do much. She had her hands up in the air, and I tell you what, that could have been uncalled, or it ended up the way it was. Here is Bell, and Bell has her first 3 points of the game. Bell, by the way, in that win over Alton, went 8 for 8 from the free throw line. There is another foul by Bush, and Bush is going to have a seat early. Megan Jansen will come in, and Astasia will head to the bench, and she's not very happy about it. And I can't say as I blame her. Here is Dowell. She'll bring the ball up across the timeline. 5 minutes to play here in this opening quarter, so the next whistle will stop for a mask break. Outside it goes to Mister. 3-point shot on the way, and good.
3 points, Aubrey Mister.
Aubrey Mister hits the first three-pointer of this game, and it is 8-2 in favor of O'Fallon. I'm over here slacking on my scoreboard duties.
Foul number 25, Jordan Gary.
Jordan Gary commits a foul now. Collinsville back up to 4 already, and we do have the mandatory mask timeout as we have 4:46 left to play here in this opening quarter. So we step aside for just a moment, and we're back in a minute on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape. Check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke. Lauren Lee's on the camera for us this afternoon, and Avery Christopher is at the free throw line, and she misses the first one after a foul by Jordan Gary. And Collinsville trailing 8-2. First quarter got away from the JV girls in that first game. They were down 13-2 at the end of one quarter of play. Another miss on the free throw and another Jordan Gary foul coming up. Well, they picked on Anastasia Bush. She got 3 quick fouls and was taken out of the game. Now they're picking on Jordan Gary, and she's got 2 back-to-back fouls. And to the free throw line, Tanya Lovelace. She was 1 for 5 in that win over Alton on Thursday night. And hits the first one.
First free throw is good for Lovelace.
One more shot coming for Lovelace. And she makes both.
Free throw is also good for Tiana Lovelace.
10-2 in favor of O'Fallon. Here is Ella Guerrero. Guerrero across the line. One hand pass to Jenna Scheller. Scheller thought about giving it to Jordan Gary, but thought the better of it. Pulls it down, and then the pass knocked out of bounds by Avery Christopher, so Collinsville will reset their offense on the far side sideline. Guerrero on the inbound, the freshman. Back to the sophomore, Jordan Gary. Jordan with a pass over to Riley Doyle. Doyle has it on the left wing. Into the corner it goes. Jansen with a head fake, and she's fouled by Shannon Dowell. Dowell will pick up her first, team second. 4:18 left to play here in this opening quarter. 10-2 in favor of O'Fallon.
Second team foul. Megan Jansen going to the line for 2 shots.
Jansen to the free throw line, where she is 5 of 6 on the year. And good on the first one.
Free throw is good for Jansen. Checking the game for the Kahawks, number 20.
Katie Bardwell checks in. Jordan Gary to the bench. Jansen, one more shot coming her way. And she hits both. Every little bit helps. Those freebies are always good to get. 10-4. 4:15 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Shannon Dowell. Dowell over onto the far side for Mister. Mister into the paint. Kick it back out. 3-point shot for Christopher. That rattles but won't fall. Rebound. That belongs to Guerrero. Guerrero brings the ball back up court for Collinsville. Left-handed dribble on the left-hand wing. Hands the ball off to Jansen. Jansen, top of the key. 3-point shot. Oh, just missed. And then the rebound belongs to Bardwell. Bardwell puts it back up, but she's fouled and will head to the line for 2. Aubrey Mister picks up her first foul. And now O'Fallon up to 3 in the foul department. To the free throw line, Katie Bardwell. Bardwell 1 for 2 on the varsity side of things from the free throw line. And she hits the first one.
Free throw is good for Bardwell. Coming the game for the Panthers, number 3, Claire Keel.
Katie went 2 for 4 from the free throw line in the junior varsity game, as Keel steps into the contest for the first time for O'Fallon. And Bardwell hits both of them. Collinsville 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And now it's a 10-6 contest. Collinsville climbs back to within 4. 3:35 left to play here in this opening quarter. Pass comes down to Lovelace, and back out front it goes to Dowell. Dowell over onto the far side for Keel. Keel with a 3-point shot. That falls a little short. Rebound, that belongs to Bell, and then Bell is fouled. And this one looks like it may be going against Jenna Scheller.
Correction, Kahawks foul, number 45, Jenna Scheller, her
Scheller will pick up her first. That's the 6th team foul now. And to the free throw line, Amelia Bell. She hit the back end of a 2-point shot. First time she's been up there throwing 2, and she hits the first one. Oriana Givens checks into the game for Collinsville as Guerrero heads to the bench. Amelia Bell misses the second one, and the rebound is out of bounds. .321 left to play here in this first quarter. Inbound pass from Givens comes into Riley Doyle. Doyle gets double teamed and throws it back deeper into the backcourt for Jansen. Now up to Givens across the line. Givens over on the far sideline to Jansen, top of the key. Wide open was Doyle over on the wing. Quickly the defenders closed in on her. And underneath for Jenna Scheller, and a push from behind. This one's either going to go against Dowell or Mister. And it's going to go against Dowell. Shannon Dowell will pick up her second. Nick Nolhoff is in his 4th year as O'Fallon's head coach. He is 79-20 in those 4 years. He has had a really good record. They went 25-5 his first year, 25-9 his second year, and 28-6 last year. Here's Bardwell trying not to lose the ball. Now a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of Collinsville, so the ladies will get to keep it. Regional champions back-to-back years for O'Fallon as well. Jordan Gary steps back into the game. Riley Doyle gets a breather. And Jordan Gary will inbound to Givens. Givens in the slot now for Jansen. Jansen on the wing for Jordan Gary. Gary, one bounce, gives it up to Bardwell. Around the horn we go for Jansen. Jansen has that ball picked off as once again Mister read the eyes the whole way and gives it up for Bell, and Bell comes in and banks it off the glass for 2. And Bell now has 6 points. Jayhawks bring it back up. Scheller, Jansen, Bardwell, top of the key. Kicks it back out to Jansen. Jansen, a sophomore. Out there with Scheller, who's also a sophomore. Jordan Gary, another sophomore. And here is Jansen to Scheller, just outside the lane, trying to push her way past a couple of people, but no good. Here's Jordan Gary into the paint, takes the off-balance shot off the glass, can't get it to go, and the ball knocked out of bounds by O'Fallon. 1:54 left to play here in this opening quarter, 13-6 in favor of O'Fallon. As Jordan Gary will trigger another inbound, does so to Scheller. Scheller at the free throw line, just takes a shot from there and hits it. 13-8. O'Fallon with the lead. And Bardwell almost picked that ball off, knocks it out of bounds, and that disrupts the flow of the O'Fallon offense. 97 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Inbound pass, and that one was read perfectly by Jordan Gary, but it took a bad bounce after it left her hand, and instead of traveling straight down court, it had a little spin on it, so as soon as it hit the floor, it darted off to the left and out of bounds. And a timeout taken by Coach Moore and his Lady Kahawks team, so we'll step aside as well. This is just a 30-second timeout, so we are back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 1:35 left to play here in this opening quarter between the Collinsville Lady Kahawks and the Lady Panthers of O'Fallon. O'Fallon has the lead. Collinsville has the ball. Here is Givens. Works her way through the paint, takes a shot high off the glass, won't go. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Panthers bring it back up. Dowell travels. She double dribbled and then she traveled. So Collinsville will get the ball, and they'll do so in front of the scorer's table. Jansen into the backcourt for Givens. Oriana Givens, the 5'8 senior. Over to Jordan Gary. Gary dribbles her way into the slot. Jansen in the perimeter. Yes, good for two. Oh, what the? Okay, stop it. All I wanted was this. Trying to bring my scoreboard back up, and all kinds of weird stuff happened. Here's the three-point shot. That one's good. Keel knew it the whole way. She had the field goal arms already up in the air as soon as she let it go. Here's Jansen. Cross-court pass to Gary. Gary into Scheller. Scheller had that ball knocked out of her hands. 16-10, 36.6 to play here in this first quarter.
33, Amani McNamee. At number 2, Avery Christopher. At number 24.
Amani McNamee comes into the game for O'Fallon. Givens inbounds. Does so top of the key for Bardwell. She drives, takes the shot, hits the glass and the rim, but it will not fall in. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Lady Panthers bring it up with 25 seconds left. Here is Keel with another three-point shot, different direction. And that one goes all the way across the top of the backboard, and it's Johnson coming up with the rebound. Then Bell steps in, and then it ends up into the hands of Keel. So back out front it goes, and another three-point try on the way. This one from McNamee, and then a double dribble by O'Fallon will give the ball back to Collinsville. 8.1 seconds to play here in the first quarter, so a chance for Collinsville to, with a quick drive down the court and put up a shot. Givens with the inbound, does so to Bardwell. Bardwell back to Givens. Givens across the timeline. Moves in over on the left wing, now into the paint. Bounce pass underneath. Jenna Scheller is fouled with 0.2 seconds left. So a chance for Collinsville to put some points on the board right before this quarter ends. Claire Keel picks up her first, team's fifth. Jenna Scheller at the free throw line, 4 of 7 this year. Good.
First free throw is good for Scheller.
Scheller now with 5 points. Collinsville can get this within 4 with a shot here right before the buzzer, and a miss. Rebound, buzzer, and at the end of one quarter of play, Collinsville trails by 5 as O'Fallon leads by a score of 16-11. New sponsors that we have for you. We signed up Smoothie King yesterday, and we appreciate them doing some business with us, and they'll be having some chances to purchase their product, and some of those donations will go to Collinsville Sports, but we'll tell you more about that as things progress. But right now we have a timeout as we hear from Smoothie King here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I'm Todd Duke. Lauren Lee is on the camera. We're glad you're with us. One quarter in the books. We're up to quarter number 2. Collinsville trails by 5. Here's a turnaround jump shot by Riley Johnson, and Johnson on the board after having a pretty good first game in that junior varsity contest. Collinsville trying to bring it back down to answer that score, and here is Guerrero stuck in the corner. Throws it into Scheller, who gets it over to Jordan Gary. Jordan almost lost the handle on it. An underhand pass to Jansen. Jansen tries to back her way in, but another nice read. And here comes Avery Christopher, and Christopher can't get it to fall in. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon, and then a whistle on the return shot. And another foul coming up for Collinsville, and this one will belong to Megan Jansen. That'll be her first.
Team foul. Amani McNamee at the line. 2 shots.
2 shots. And 1 in for Imani McNamee. One more coming. And that one's good as well.
Is also good for Amani McNamee.
Here's Jordan Gary. Gary works the ball up, gets it over to Jansen on the wing. Jansen with a pass to Riley Doyle. Doyle on the left-hand wing. Dribbles and drives, but has that ball picked right off of her hip by Bell. Bell ditches the ball off to Shannon Dowell, and Dowell makes Collinsville pay with a 2-pointer, and all of a sudden it's 22-11. Went from a 5-point lead to an 11-point lead just like that for O'Fallon. Here's Jordan Gary. Bounce pass on the wing for Guerrero. 3-point shot. That's a little too strong, and the rebound belongs to Dowell. And she brings it up herself in the paint, takes the shot, and gets it to fall. Dowell did all that all by herself. And the K-Hawks want a timeout to talk about things here. 24-11 is the score in favor of O'Fallon. We will step aside for just a moment here on the K-Hawks Sports Network. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo at 345-1121, or visit them with their new locations in Collinsville and Maryville, or online at fnbwaterloo.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we are a little over a minute and 45 seconds into this second quarter. Collinsville only trailed by 5 after 1. Now they trail by 13. It's 24-11 in favor of O'Fallon. At O'Fallon right now at the end of one quarter of play. The boys lead the O'Fallon Panthers 10-6. Inbound pass coming in for Collinsville. Here is Guerrero being pressured in the backcourt. That pressure works because Christopher found the loose ball and turns it into 2 more points. Here is Givens, double teamed. And the ball rolls off of her foot to Jordan Gary. Gary went a little trouble and threw it over her shoulder, not looking, and gives the ball right back to Bell. And Bell, who right now is averaging 26 points a game, is not the one that you want to give that ball to. Just like that, 28-11. This game got away quick here from Collinsville, and now a ball knocked out of bounds by the Panthers on a pass from Guerrero, intended to go up the sideline there to Givens. Ricky Merlatt comes into the game, and Guerrero heads to the bench. And another substitution for O'Fallon as well, as Tiana Lovelace comes back into the game, and Amelia Bell will get her first break of this game. Inbound pass comes into Jordan Gary, splits the defense, into the paint, now a pass, and oh, come on. I saw that completely different from up here. Well, Fallon wasn't watching, and that ball almost off of the shoe of Christopher and out of bounds. Mister able to track it down. 28-11 in favor of O'Fallon. 5:20 left to play here in this first half. Here's a 3-point shot from the quarter. That one rattles but won't fall. And the rebound belongs to Bardwell and Collinsville. Jayhawks bring it up. Here's Jordan Gary. Gary, another over-the-head pass with the shoulder way up in the air. That one worked this time. Here is Jansen. Jansen kicks it back outside for Givens. 3-point shot. That one hits the rim and comes down, and nice pickup there by Jordan Gary. Gives to Jansen. Jansen off the glass, can't get it to fall. Jordan Gary gets another rebound, and then she'll kick it over to Bardwell. Bardwell drives the paint, and she's fouled. This one is going to go against Lovelace. It'll be her first. Team 5th. Amelia Bell ready to check back in.
Gianna Lovelace, her first personal foul, 16th foul. Katie Bardwell at the line.
4:47 left. We're under 5 minutes to go, so that means that mandatory mask timeout comes your way. So we will step aside for just a moment and be back with the rest of this second quarter on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
Tell you what, these 90-second mask breaks are ending a little bit too early.
2 points, Amelia Bell.
As Amelia Bell scores 2 points, but while we were away, Bardwell hit both of her free throws. Thought that 90-second mask break is more like 45 seconds.
Panthers fouls on number 10, Aubrey Mister, her second personal foul.
Aubrey Mister picks up a foul, her second, team 7th, each team with 7 now. 30-13 is our score. O'Fallon has the lead. And to the free throw line will be Jordan Gary. Jordan on the year, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Looking for her first points in this game. And she has it.
Free throw is good for Jordan Gary.
Off the rim on the second one. O'Fallon with the rebound. And a cross-court pass for Keel. Back over this way for Christopher. Into the corner now for Dowell. She splits the defense, throws a no-look pass at the baseline, and woo, that was a nice play. Dowell and Lovelace hook up for 2. And it's 32-14 in favor of O'Fallon. Halfway through quarter number 2, Ricky Merlack falls down, and a timeout called by Coach Colin Moore, as his player was down on the ground and not any help in sight to help her keep that ball. So nice timeout there by Coach Moore. We will step aside as well. Back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Back here in Collinsville. It's a beautiful day outside if you're a Penguin. 7 degrees when I got here with a wind chill of -10. Snow already on the ground, and it was snowing when I pulled up, and looks like it might have stopped by now, but we have more snow on the way. Here is Scheller, and the paint, and a travel. 3:39 to play here in this first half. 32-14 in favor of O'Fallon. Pass comes up for Kiel. Lady Panthers in their road gold. Over to Dowell in the corner on the far side. And Dowell just bumps right into Scheller and keeps the feet moving, but no travel called. Jump ball called instead. Kahawks now will take advantage of that, or try to anyway, as the possession arrow favors the purple and white. Ella Guerrero were inbound, and pressure being put on in the backcourt by O'Fallon. Here's Bardwell. She'll slow down and let all the defense pass her up. And then Bardwell back near the midcourt Collinsville Kahawk logo, fires it to Merlack, who gets it to Jordan Gary. Gary dribbles her way from around the perimeter and over a pass to Bardwell. Bardwell just outside the lane has that partially blocked, and it ends up out of bounds, last touched by Jenna Scheller. And with 3:04 left, Collinsville gives the ball back. Here is Dowell. At the free throw line, Lovelace. Back over to Christopher, into the corner for Dowell. Thought about the three, a one-hand pass for Lovelace, and Lovelace travels. 7th turnover for the Panthers. Collinsville has given away 10 of them. Halftime at O'Fallon. Boys score. Collinsville leads 21-13. Here it is 32-14. And O'Fallon with the lead. And another rebound and a foul. That'll be handed out to Katie Bardwell, and that will send Amelia Bell to the free throw line. Bell already has 10 points, looking for more.
Number 20, Katie Bardwell. That's her first personal foul, 8th team foul. Amelia Bell at the line for 2 shots.
Bell already 2 of 3 from the free throw line here this afternoon, and there's another one.
Coming in for the Panthers, number 12, Courtney Connors, and number 24, Riley Johnson, and number 33, Amani McNamee.
Connors, Johnson, and McNamee check back into the game as Bell hits both of her free throws. That makes it 34-14. A 20-point lead here already for the O'Fallon Lady Panthers with 2:25 left to play here in this first half. Here is the freshman Guerrero for Collinsville. She'll launch a 3-point shot from way downtown, hits the backboard, but comes straight out for Bell. And that'll be a 2-point answer by Riley Johnson. Ball comes up to Bardwell. Bardwell played in that junior varsity game. Here is Jenna Scheller with a pass from Jordan Gary, but it's over Scheller's head. And once again, O'Fallon will try to take advantage of another Lady Kahawk turnover. Here is McNamee, now up to Bell. Bell off the glass and gets it in for 2 more. Scheller will pick up her second foul. And that's the 9th team foul now for Collinsville. So Merlack, Bardwell, and Scheller come out. Givens, Anastasia Bush back in there. Bush had 3 quick fouls in that first quarter, and she has been on the bench ever since until this point. Amelia Bell back up at the free throw line again. And she hits the only one she's going to get. And that extends the lead to 39-14. 1:45 left to play here in this first half. Givens inbounds to Bush. Pass over to Guerrero. Almost stepped out of bounds. Guerrero back over to Anastasia Bush. Into the corner. Jansen bluffs the 3. Takes it in the paint off of the leg there of Hawkins. Thankfully, Collinsville keeps it alive. Jordan Gary and Anastasia Bush play catch. Now Guerrero's in on the fun. 1:20 to play here in this first half. Here is Jansen. Jansen zigzags her way through defenders. Gives to Jordan Gary. And Gary misses that one. And there is Guerrero with another nice rebound. Almost stepped out of bounds. I don't know how she didn't. But she didn't. Bounces into the corner for Jansen. Jansen gives it up now for Givens. Givens gets tripped up. And this one looks like it's going to belong to Courtney Connors. And it will.
Panthers foul, number 12, Courtney Connors. first personal foul. 8th team foul.
8th team foul for O'Fallon. First one for Connors. And we're going to have wholesale player changes coming on here for O'Fallon. 5 girls getting ready to come in. But they'll have to wait a little longer after the miss. And then the rebound by O'Fallon. And that one's a loose ball picked up by Collinsville. Hawks will try to take advantage of it. Here's a bounce pass over to Astasia Bush. 40 seconds to play. Here in this first half, Jordan Guerrero for 3. Yes! First three-point shot made this afternoon by Collinsville. That'll help, but a long hill to climb from here. 25 seconds to go in this first half. Pass comes over to Connors. Connors into the corner now for Robertson. Robertson to Hawkins just outside the lane. Hawkins, top of the key for Johnson for 3, and she answers it. Hate to see that three-point shot just be wiped right out by another three-point shot. Happens all the time. Here's Jansen. 5 seconds left. Jansen over to Guerrero. And Guerrero will shoot, and she'll hit another three-pointer right before the buzzer. And that is the way that quarter number 2 comes to a close, 42-20 after one half of play. We'll take a break, and we'll crunch the numbers for you, and we'll come back and tell you all about those numbers in just a moment, right after we hear from another one of our new sponsors, Petroff Trucking. Adam Petroff signed up with us earlier this week, and we're glad to have them aboard. And we'll take a break after we hear from Petroff Trucking. We'll come back and give you some numbers in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahok Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service, as well as a mobile service, whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place World Champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we are at halftime. 42-20, O'Fallon has the lead, as they had since Collinsville had a 2-0 lead. After that 2-0 lead was erased, O'Fallon's been in front ever since. They had a 5-point lead. Collinsville had a pretty good first quarter, and remember, in the pregame show, I mentioned first quarter's been kind of tough for the girls, but they had a pretty good first quarter. They were only down by 5, but then this time the second quarter was the one that came back and bite them, as O'Fallon outscored Collinsville 26-9 in that second quarter, and that 5-point lead at the end of one grew into a 22-point lead that we stand at right now. Leading scorer in this one, no surprise there. That would be Amelia Bell. She has 15 points already. 7 points for Riley Johnson, 5 points for Aubrey Mister, 4 points each for Shannon Dowell and Tiana Lovelace, 3 points for Claire Keel, and then a couple of points each for Avery Christopher and Imani McNamee. For Collinsville, they are being led in points by the freshman. The 5'4" Ella Guerrero has 6. 5 points belongs to Jenna Scheller, 4 each for Megan Jansen and Katie Barwell, and 1 point for Jordan Gary. Of course, the 6 points for Guerrero came on nice 3-point shots there in the closing moments of that first half. Other numbers that we have for you, the rebound battle being won by O'Fallon, 11-8. That is also the same number of turnovers we have, only this time the 11 belongs to Collinsville and the 8 belongs to O'Fallon. From the lines, Collinsville not too shabby from the free throw line, having hit 8 of 11 shots, while O'Fallon not too shabby as well. They've hit 10 of 12 from the three-point stripe. You had those back-to-back three-pointers by Guerrero. That's it. 2 for 6 for Collinsville from the three-point stripe and beyond. And O'Fallon, they had an answer for those 3 points. They got 3 of them themselves. They went 3 for 8 in that first half. We'll take another break. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit of history between these two clubs right after we hear from another one of our new sponsors, GASA Storage. Adult toys is what they're talking about. RVs, boats, campers, probably cars. And they also have, by the way, tractor-trailer parking. So thank you very much to GASA Storage, as well as the other 2 aforementioned new sponsors that we have for you that we just picked up over the last week or so. We certainly do appreciate it. Back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA Storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA Storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage team, 618-797-6100.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Back here at Collinsville High School, I'm Todd Duke. Lauren Lee is on the camera for us. We certainly do appreciate that. A little history between these two clubs as we start the second. Lost both home and away last year, did Collinsville. And the last win for Collinsville against O'Fallon actually came at O'Fallon. That was when Lauren Lee was still playing, January of 2017. There's a turnover and a three-point try by Guerrero once again, but this one misses the mark. And the last time that Collinsville actually won a home game on this court against O'Fallon was 7 years ago, 52-31 win. Last time Collinsville swept the home and away like O'Fallon did to us last year, that'll be the year before that, the 2012-2013 season. They also beat O'Fallon in the playoffs that year, so they had 3 wins in 1 year against the O'Fallon Panthers. Three-point shot coming the other direction now, and that one misses the mark as well, but the rebound belongs to O'Fallon, and Amelia Bell banks in some more, and she continues to pile up the points. 44-20 is our score as we're underway here in the third. Here's Jansen. Jansen, top of the key for Guerrero with another three-point try. That one wedges itself in between the glass and the rim and didn't go in. Rebound belonged to Astasia Bush, but she couldn't put the finishing touches on it, and the second rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Panthers bring it up, and that was a carry by Aubrey Mister, and Collinsville will get the ball back. So, over the last 21 years, Collinsville actually has the advantage over O'Fallon. 22 wins to 16 for the Panthers, and Collinsville has a 3-0 mark in the playoffs to make that overall record 25-16. Now we have a foul from behind. A little push on Jenna Scheller. I believe that one's going to go against Tanya Lovelace. Last playoff meeting was 7 years ago. Matter of fact, almost to the day. It was the 17th of February. Regional semifinal game at Belleville East. Collinsville won 48-38. The very next night, they lost the regional championship game to Belleville West by a 1-point margin, 35-34. Here's Jordan Gary into the corner for Astasia Bush. Bush throws it back out front for Guerrero. Over on the far side for Jordan Gary. Gary back into the corner for Bush. 3-point shot from there. Good. Need a lot more of those 3-pointers. I'll take some 2-pointers as well. That ball gets knocked out of bounds by Jenna Scheller. Trying to go up for the rebound. 2 minutes gone here in this third quarter. 44-23. O'Fallon has the lead. Inbound pass comes in from Dowell and finds Mister. Mister heads toward the top of the key and then backs up. Now in the slot. Moves forward. Hands the ball off to Dowell. Dowell back over this way for Christopher. Christopher back over to Mister. Bounce pass underneath off the glass. Good for 2 for Lovelace. 46-23 in favor of O'Fallon. Here is Jansen. Baseline, stops, gives to Scheller. Scheller, little pop and drop right there. Jenna Scheller now has 7 points for Collinsville, and Kahawks trail by 21. Here's a three-point try, and that one was nothing but net from Aubrey Mister. That's her second three-pointer of this game. Here's Jansen, top of the key for Scheller. She'll try a three-pointer, and that one just misses. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. And Dowell, no look pass to Bell off the glass. Oh, man, that was all ball there. I'm feeling you, Jenna. Feeling you. I thought that was a pretty good play. Hit that ball and banked it right off the glass. To the free throw line, the girl you don't want at the free throw line. She's only missed one free throw so far in her 2 games, and now we have that mask timeout because there's 4:49 left to play. So got to have that mandatory mask break. So we'll step aside as well, and we'll be back in just a little bit here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Todd Duke, Lauren Lee back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 4:49 left to play here in this third quarter, 49-25 in favor of O'Fallon. Varsity girls trying to pull out a win, but they've got an uphill battle. JV girls lost earlier today, 52-11. And Bell hits the first one. And one more free throw coming her way. Fallon's tough, man. One of the best teams in the area. Their pain in the butt, so to speak, has always been the Edwardsville Lady Tigers, but then again, haven't been in the pain in the butt for everybody. But O'Fallon has good teams year in and year out, and it's always Edwardsville that ends up knocking them out of the playoffs. Another turnover for Collinsville. And underhand fingertip roll for Dowell. And that just adds on to the lead. Here is Riley Doyle. Doyle. Bounce pass to Jordan Gary. Gary moves forward. Cut off there by Bell, trying to penetrate that key area. Handoff for Given. She'll launch a three-point shot. That one's off the high glass and bounces in there. Man, oh man. Used all glass in that one. Three-point shots are starting to fall here for Collinsville. They've been struggling in that department this year. Coming in, having hit 4 of 40. Here is Mister. Over to Christopher. Cross court now for Bell. Bell traveled. Did that little stutter step. Bush and Bardwell check back in. Jenna Scheller and young Miss Ella Guerrero to the bench. Inbound pass comes in. And Anastasia Bush brings it up court. 3:30 left to play here in this third quarter. Here's Bardwell. Bardwell for Bush underneath the basket, off the glass for two. And almost a picked off pass from behind. Nice moves there by Jordan Gary. Almost paid dividends. But O'Fallon keeps it. There is a handoff to Mister. Mister will in turn hand it off to Christopher. Christopher almost loses the ball. Keeps her composure and stays with it. And then hands the ball off to Keel, who almost stepped on the timeline. Into the backcourt. Here's Christopher. Dumps it off for Mister. 3-point try. Good.
3 points, Aubrey Mister.
Aubrey Mister hits her third three-pointer of this game. And it's a 56-30 advantage for O'Fallon. Here's Riley Doyle for 3. That one rolls right across the rim. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Avery Christopher. 2.5 minutes to go here in this third. Hands the ball off to Dowell. Back over to Mister. Mister hands the ball off, and then Dowell collects it from Christopher. Now Dowell makes her move into the paint. Off-balance shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebound put up by Bell. Still won't go in. Second rebound belongs to Collinsville. And they bring it up. Here is Riley Doyle. Doyle gets messed with in the lane, and we're going to have a foul against Bell. And Riley Doyle will head to the free throw line. I know they're going to call that one against Mister. That'll be her third. Only the team's second. Collinsville only one foul given out here in this third quarter as well. 2:09 left to play, and to the free throw line for the first time is Riley Doyle looking for her first points. She is 1 for 2 so far from the free throw line this season. Now make it 2 for 3.
Jenna Schiller coming back in for the Kahawks. Back in for the Panthers, number 23, Tiana Lovelace. Number 24, Riley Johnson. And number 33, Amani McNamee.
Mr. Chad Burgess on the PA system here, folks.
Second free throw is
Riley Doyle makes both. Figured I'd just let Mr. Burgess tell you who was coming in so I could take a drink. 3-point try coming from the wing, and that one's good as well from McNamee. And 3-point shots continue to rain here for O'Fallon as they widen that lead, 59-32. We are down to the final minute 45 left to play here in this third quarter, and a Collinsville turnover. We'll give the ball back to O'Fallon. Here's Dowell. Dowell in front of the scorer's table. Almost knocked out of there by Doyle, but a shot, rebound belongs to Collinsville. And the turnover is going to belong to Collinsville as well. A little bit too far out of the reach of Riley Doyle. And O'Fallon comes up with it. Here is Keel. Keel over on the right wing. Bounce past top of the key for Johnson. Up underneath the basket. Loose ball, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Collinsville.
coming back in the game for the Kahawks, number 10, Megan Jansen. And number 13,
Jansen and Guerrero check back in. Riley Doyle and Anastasia Bush to the bench. Johnson triggers the inbound pass for O'Fallon. And it ends up out of bounds. After 3 quarters at O'Fallon, the boys extend their lead. They now lead the O'Fallon Panthers 33-19. Looking for win number 200 for Coach Darren Lee as a Collinsville Kahawk head coach. 3-point shot once again from McNamee, and she hits another one. That's 2 in a row for her. And the 3-point hot shooting continues here for O'Fallon. Here is Jenna Scheller. Scheller at the top of the key, gives it up for Gary. Jordan Gary, one bounce, picks up her dribble and gives to Bardwell. Bardwell, far side of the court now for Guerrero. Guerrero. Around the perimeter, trying to give it to Scheller, but that ball is picked off. And here come the Panthers, and a foul, and count the bucket as well as the bruise against Shannon Dowell. And Jordan Gary will pick up her 3rd personal foul. Each team now only with 2. Dowell at the free throw line for the first time tonight, or this afternoon. No good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. 30 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter. pass to Guerrero. Nice job keeping that ball from going out of bounds. She was not going to land inbound, so she jumped up and knocked the ball over to Jansen. Now a shot, no good. Bardwell gets the rebound, but then has it knocked out of her hands. And here comes Dowell and dumps it off, but that one's a little bit too hot to handle off of the hands of Riley Johnson. 12th turnover for O'Fallon here in this game. Here is Jansen, 5 seconds left. Jansen moves her way into the paint, kicks it out for Guerrero at the buzzer. Yes! Ella Guerrero banks it off the glass once again right at the buzzer, and Collinsville gets 3 of those back. 64-35. After 3 complete quarters of play, we will step aside and we'll come back and bring you the 4th quarter. And we'll do that here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Jansen with a baseline drive that nothing doing, and Jansen looks like she's hurt. She's down underneath the basket and gets up slowly. She's got a hamstring problem, it looks like. She is grabbing her left thigh, and it looks like she's not feeling too well right now. And I wasn't watching who scored.
Coming to the game for the Jayhawks, number 35, Oriana Gibbons.
Who scored that last bucket? No? Yeah, both of us were. Jansen appears to be okay. She's going to walk off underneath her own power, but Givens is going to come in and take her place. 66-35. We did have a 2-point bucket made by O'Fallon, but I was looking at Jansen when it happened, so I have no idea who scored it. And here comes Guerrero. And a whistle. No. 25. Oh, God, that's a lot of points there. 19. I don't know who scored that. I'm trying to figure out by process of elimination here, but I can't figure it out. So somebody will be short 2 points here at the end of the night by my score count. And another turnover by Collinsville. Okay, now I figured it out. That was Dowell. Process and math. 3-point try again by Guerrero. And tell you what, she's on fire with these 3-point shots all of a sudden. But it might be one of those too little too late scenarios. Here's a rebound handled by Collinsville, but you never say die, right? 66-38. 29-point lead at the end of 3 quarters of play by O'Fallon. They outscored Collinsville just 18-15 in that third quarter. That second quarter looms large now, being outscored 26-9. That was what really separated O'Fallon from Collinsville in this game. Here's Guerrero. Over to Bardwell, back to Guerrero. Guerrero, Givens, free throw line, shot high off the glass. That one won't fall. And that is Dowell with the rebound. She brings it up, gives it up for Mister. Mister with a three-point shot. Swoops all the way around the rim, but Bell's there with the rebound, and she's fouled by Bardwell. And Bardwell will pick up foul number 2. Only the third team foul. We only have 3 for Collinsville and 2 for O'Fallon, so it looks like free throws are not going to come into play here. We do have running clock, by the way.
First free throw is good for Bell. Coming in for Collinsville.
30-point lead. That's what it got up to right before Collinsville came back with that three-pointer. So once that happens, running clock is on. Another one coming up for Bell. And it's good.
Second free throw is also good for Amelia Bell.
So with a running clock, Collinsville trailing by 30. And it looks like Nick Nolhoff is going to trade out 5 players for 5 players at the next opportunity. And that also will be a mask break since we just went underneath 5 minutes. 3-point shot taken, but this one's missed the mark. And after the mask timeout, we will come back and have the conclusion of this one for you. And we'll be back in just a little while here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Back at Virgil Fletcher. Todd Duke and Lauren Lee with you. Pass over on the far side. See, I told you that was not a 90-second mask break. I only played one 60-second commercial, and we're back. Into the corner it goes, and from out of the corner it goes. Shot no good. Rebound falls right down into the hands of Guerrero. Collinsville brings the ball back up. The young freshman with it. Hands to another freshman, Bardwell. And then back over this way. Pushed out of bounds and right into the referee's arms by Connors. Here's Scheller. Turn around, trying to get it past Hawkins. Can't do it. Instead, gives it up to Guerrero. Back to Scheller. Scheller turns around. One hand, shoves it up there. Can't get it to fall in, though. And the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. 3:50 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Pass all the way down for Hawkins. Underneath the basket, ripped out of the hands of McNary by Merlack. And now 5 players on and 5 players off for Collinsville. Montgomery checks back in. Doyle as well as Givens and Anastasia Bush and Megan Jansen. Comes into Hawkins, and she puts it into the corner. Here comes a 3-point shot from McNary, and that rolled right across the rim. Ball ends up out of bounds. O'Fallon will keep it. And with the running clock, we're approaching 3 minutes left to play here and counting. Hawkins gets the inbound pass, gets double-teamed. Finds a way to get out of it with a bounce pass. Over to McNamee. Backwards it goes, and a 3-point, well, that wasn't a 3-point shot, but nevertheless it misses. Collinsville gets the rebound. She had her feet right on that line. Here is Givens. She'll take it herself. High off the glass, won't fall in, though. And the rebound this time belongs to O'Fallon. So Coach Colin Moore still looking for his first win as the varsity head coach here at Collinsville. His teams will be 0-4 after this game. And next up for Collinsville, well, they were supposed to be playing at Granite City Tuesday, but I don't think that's happening now. Everything's kind of messed up a little bit. think I heard that Edwardsville has some quarantine situations going on. I hear that the boys were going to be playing in Madison on Tuesday now, if that's true. And I think we've already gotten the clear to go ahead and go out there since the girls aren't playing. And we'll find all that out, but then again, it all depends on the weather. We might not have any games for a few days. I would almost bet money that Monday's game will be canceled, as we are expecting round after round of snow when it's all over, 3 to 6 inches. Here's Hawkins, and she travels. And with 1:25 and the clock continuing to run, Collinsville will have one more run down the court here, at least. Here is Merlack, Ricky Merlack. Brings the ball up court, passes across the line to Harris. Over on the far side now for Rabashinsky. Emma Rabashinsky with it on the left-hand wing. Under a minute to go. Now back over to Harris on the right side. She drives and she shoots, and it rolls right across the rim. Hawkins is there with the rebound for O'Fallon. Lady Panthers will bring it back up. See if they can add on to this lead. Each team has only scored 3 points. O'Fallon has scored 4 points here in the fourth, while Collinsville has scored 3. And a whistle. And a foul coming up. This one's going to go to Maisie Gillian. And at the free throw line, it is Malaya Robertson. No good. And the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. And we have about 5 seconds left, and O'Fallon's just going to back it up toward the stripe and let the clock run out. Thank you very much, Lauren Lee, for operating the camera for me. I certainly do appreciate it. We will see you a little bit later on down the line. I know that we will. And the final score, 68-38 in favor of O'Fallon. We will move right into the post-game show, brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Chiropractic Works, owned by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care. Visit Dr. McCluskey, Chiropractic Works, 410 Regency Center in Collinsville, just off of the Beltline Road. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahawks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. The Lady Kahawks dropped 2 today, junior varsity and varsity, and both of them were kind of lopsided wins. JV girls lost 52-11, and the varsity counterparts lost by 30 points, 68-38. It was just 16-11 after one quarter of play. Collinsville was only down by 5. But they always have that one quarter that really bites them in the butt, and this time it was the second quarter. They were outscored 26-9 in the second quarter, and before you knew it, that 5-point lead stretched into a 22-point lead. Collinsville came out of the locker rooms, not too bad. Lost that third quarter only 18-15, so all in all, not too bad. And then the fourth quarter, not a lot going on there. We had running clock, so that chewed up a lot of time, and O'Fallon outscored Collinsville in that third quarter just 4-3. Leading scorer in this game was Amelia Bell. She knocked down 21 points for her club. She had a couple of helpers in the double-digit department as Aubrey Mister knocked down 11 and Shannon Dowell had 10. Imani McNamee helped out with 8 points, 6 points for Tiana Lovelace, 3 points for Claire Keel, and 2 for Avery Christopher. Collinsville was led in points by Ella Guerrero, nothing but 3-pointers. She had 4 of them, so she leads the team with 12 points. After that, 5 points for Astasia Bush, 7 for Jenna Scheller, 4 for Katie Bardwell, also 4 for Megan Jansen, 3 for Oriana Givens, and a point for Jordan Gary, and 2 points for Riley Doyle. Rest of the numbers look like this. Collinsville was out-rebounded, but it was close, 20-19. Kahawks had 15 turnovers to 13 for O'Fallon, and from the lines, not too bad. Collinsville went 10 of 13 from the free throw line, while O'Fallon went 14 of 18. And then the three-point shots really picked up in the second half. Collinsville 2 for 6 in the first half. They ended up at 50%, 6 for 12. And then O'Fallon, who went 3 for 8 in the first half from the three-point stripe, went 7 for 13 in the game. So that is going to do it for us. We don't know when our next action is. It's supposed to be Monday, but like I said, I'm going to guess that one's probably going to be canceled due to the weather. Last check, the boys were winning over in O'Fallon. That game is not a final yet, but it's getting close as Coach Lee is looking for win number 200 as a Collinsville Kahawk head coach. And as soon as we get that final, of course, we'll post that on our Facebook page. Big thanks to everybody who helped out on the camera, all the varsity girls who helped out in the JV game, and then for Lauren Lee helping me out in that varsity contest. We certainly do appreciate it, and we're hoping to get Coach Lori Billy back in here next Saturday to provide a little color commentary as well as maybe working on the camera for us as well. So everybody try to stay safe and warm. It's going to be really cold, and it's going to be really snowy here over the next couple of days, and we might not talk to you until maybe Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So in the meantime, we hope everybody stays safe, and until next time, everybody have yourselves a fantastic weekend.